5 archangels to manifest heavenly light and deliver your soul from darkness in 40 days. In the quaint English village of St. Marlow, with its cobbled streets and spiries casting long shadows, a mother named Sarah knelt in the chapel, her heart laden with despair. The flickering candlelight danced around her, illuminating the hundreds of prayers that had come before hers, each one a testament to the human spirit's longing for divine help. And in that sacred stillness, she whispered her plea, crying out for guidance, for hope. Little did she know, that evening would forge a path she had never imagined. Suddenly, as a gentle breeze whispered through the open chapel doors, a warm light enveloped her. Sarah felt her heart race and her spirit lift. Angels! 5 radiating figures appeared in her mind's eye. Michael, the fearless guardian; Gabriel, the divine messenger; Raphael, the healer; Uriel, the bringer of light; and Zadkiel, the angel of mercy. Each presence ignited in her a steadfast determination. She would embark on a journey over the next 40 days, devoting herself to prayer, seeking the archangel's strength, mercy, healing, and hope. With each passing day, Sarah immersed herself deeper into her spiritual practice. Her prayers became vibrant conversations, and every time she called upon the archangels, she felt their energy palpably pulsing around her. Whenever she walked through the village, the beauty of her surroundings began to magnify. Silver rays of light poured through the trees, and even the whispers of the wind seemed filled with divine messages. This wasn't just a personal journey anymore. It ignited an awareness of the struggles in her community. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah shared her revelations during Sunday services. "The archangels have shown me," she declared with faith ablaze, "we all can find light in our darkest moments." However, not everyone was receptive. Skepticism rippled through the crowd. Some murmured quietly, casting doubtful glances. It was as if a fog of disbelief settled over her bright words. Every nod of concern chipped away at her newfound zeal, yet her heart remained steadfast. Before we continue, I need to tell you about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system, and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, click the bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can, leave a like. It really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now let's continue. On the night of the community prayer vigil, the atmosphere felt electrified with anticipation. Villagers gathered, but apprehension loomed as the air thickened with uncertainty. Just then, as candles flickered against the darkening sky, an unexpected event shattered the tension. A sudden storm rolled in, rattling windows and hearts alike. Amidst the chaos, Sarah's spirit wavered. Could faith truly overcome this calamity? Yet, in the midst of fear, a mighty burst of light pierced through the tempest. The archangel's power manifested. Sarah gasped as the light fecunded the vigil, bringing forth miracles around her. Healing coursed through the hands of a desperate villager. A child's laughter echoed with joy, and hearts that had been shattered began to mend. It was as if heaven itself had opened its doors. As the villagers knelt side by side, transformed by the unexplainable, Sarah faced a trembling question within her. Could this divine light survive the darkness of disbelief? Her heart knew it must. But with such a powerful revelation ahead, she couldn't help but wonder, what trials loomed beyond this momentous beginning? The following week, a palpable shift coursed through St. Marlow. The air hummed with whispers of faith, and flickers of hope began to weave through the hearts of its people. Sarah felt a swell of gratitude as she observed a newfound urgency in her fellow villagers. They approached her, their faces brightened with enthusiasm, eager to know more about the archangels and the light that had enveloped their prayer vigil. Every evening they gathered at the chapel, where Sarah shared insights and experiences. "Remember," she would say, "each archangel brings a unique grace. Michael, the protector, shields us from fear. Gabriel inspires clarity in our thoughts. Raphael nurtures our health, both physical and spiritual. Uriel shines light on our paths, and Zadkiel reminds us of mercy, urging us to release our burdens. As she spoke, flickers of joy and wonder ignited in their hearts. They began to form small prayer groups, echoing Sarah's devotion and support. But amidst all this light, darkness still lay in wait. Nathan, a fellow villager with a skeptical heart, remained aloof. He watched the transformations with bitter eyes, consumed by doubt. "What are you all chasing?" he challenged one evening as they gathered. "Can you really expect angels to intervene in your daily lives?" The room fell silent, and Sarah's heart ached for him. "Faith doesn't rely on sight, Nathan," she replied softly. "Sometimes it's in the invisible that the most profound miracles unfold." Still, the tension remained, like the storm clouds that had once lingered ominously over their village. With each week that followed, Sarah's fervor grew, but so did the challenges. Rumors spread, and subtle undertones of discontent loomed. "It's just wishful thinking," someone murmured, doubt shadowing their eyes as they listened to Sarah's fervent beliefs. Nothing has changed. Yet Sarah felt the iron will of the archangels behind her. As the final days of her 40-day journey approached, she resolved to lead an even more powerful gathering, a healing service that would invite all, including Nathan. "Come, see for yourselves," she urged. On the evening of the healing service, the chapel was filled with nervous excitement. Candles flickered defiantly against the encroaching darkness outside. Sarah's heart raced as she breathed in the energy surrounding her, the air thick with prayer and the scent of burning wax, a sacred atmosphere. Heavy like incense. As she began to speak, the light seemed to dance upon her. "Tonight, we welcome every heart, whether you believe or not. Let us open ourselves up to the possibility of the miraculous." She felt empowered by the archangels, their light now a tangible presence within her. The crowd hung on her every word, and as she led them into prayer, energies shifted, tension coiling and uncoiling around them like springtime vines. As the prayer swelled, a warm light burst through the chapel, enveloping them all. Sarah could see eyes widen in awe, a divine breakthrough that even Nathan couldn't ignore. But then, just as hope began seeping into the cracks of disbelief, a voice shouted from the back. "You're fooling yourselves!" Nathan roared, his voice trembling with both fury and fear. "What are you expecting? Miracles? Angels?" In that moment of challenge, Sarah felt the weight of doubt. Could the truth of her journey stand firm against such cynicism? She closed her eyes and steadied her breath, calling upon the archangels for strength. Would they guide her through this encounter? Suddenly, a flicker of resolve ignited within her. "Open your heart, Nathan," she implored, her voice steady. "Let the archangel's light touch you tonight." With a deep breath, Sarah turned and raised her arms, ready to invite the miraculous presence of the archangels in a way that would resonate beyond the physical realm. Would the divide between faith and doubt begin to fade, allowing divine intervention to speak through the hearts of all gathered? As silence settled over the chapel, the air thick with expectation, a question lingered. What awaited them in this holy encounter? As Sarah stood there, arms outstretched and heart pounding, she felt an unseen force pulling at the very fabric of their gathering. The flickering candles seemed to lean closer, as if they wanted to join in the plea she was offering to the heavens. The air shimmered, charged with the fervent prayers of the gathered souls. "Let us call on Michael, the courage of our defense," she breathed, her voice soft yet steady. The congregation murmured in unison, hearts swelling with the power of shared intention. "May he protect us from our fears." As she spoke, a hush fell over the crowd. It was as if every heart was echoing her words, each beat drawing them deeper into the sacred moment. Sarah felt the Archangel's presence, a mighty force of warmth and conviction, wrapping around them like a cloak. They were no longer just villagers. They were a body of believers rising together as one. Now we turn to Gabriel, she continued, feeling the weight of every eye upon her. The messenger of truth. Open our minds, fill us with the clarity we need to discern your purpose. A vibrant energy flowed through the chapel, igniting a spark of hope within those who had hesitated to embrace it. Sarah could see it in their eyes, gratitude flooding their souls, igniting the embers of faith that had lain dormant for far too long. Even Nathan, arms crossed defiantly, stood slightly less rigid, something shifting beneath his cynical facade. "Come, Raphael," Sarah called out in fervent plea. "Heal our hearts and our bodies, restore us to wholeness." As if in response, a gentle breeze swept through the chapel, teasing the flames of the candles and carrying a sweet scent that felt like an embrace from the divine. Whispers of amen fluttered through the air, and Sarah felt every voice, every prayer become a part of the spirit that gathered around them like an unbreakable circle. "Next, Uriel," she cried, feeling her chest swell with spirit-filled energy. "Illuminate our path, guide our feet towards the light of understanding." In that moment, a beam of soft light broke through the stained glass windows, casting brilliant colors across the room. Each hue felt like grace pouring over them. Gold and blue light danced upon their faces, bathing them in the heavenly glow. They were bathed in the promise of hope, a taste of what was possible. Zadkiel, the Archangel of Mercy, stepped in next, and suddenly Sarah felt the air thicken with compassion. "Let us forgive those who have wronged us, including ourselves," she whispered, and the room felt lighter, like burdens being lifted. The stark lines of disdain in Nathan's face began to soften, while tears glistened in the eyes of others who bore their own hidden struggles. Excitement crackled around them, the heads nodding gently as faith began swaying like a rhythmic melody. Sarah glanced at Nathan, seeing the twitching of his brow, struggling against the rising tide of what he had always dismissed. "Open your heart, Nathan," she encouraged softly again. "Just a crack." A moment hung suspended like a breath before a plunge. Suddenly, Nathan took a step forward, eyes wide as if newly awakened from a dream. An energy seemed to radiate from him, shimmering as a flicker of belief beginning to flicker, like a small candle in the heart of a storm. "What if?" His voice trembled, a whisper against the rising crescendo of prayer. The chapel seemed to pulse with divine light, and a collective breath stirred the atmosphere. Sarah felt the archangels drawing nearer, their presence unfurling like wings enveloping them in protection and warmth. What would Nathan discover when he opened himself to faith? Would he truly let the light in? The tension crackled, leaving only one lingering question. Would the miracle they sought be fully realized in that sacred moment? Nathan stepped farther into the light, his heart racing, pulse quickening as the warm energy washed over him. Could it be that there was something waiting for him behind that veil of disbelief? His thoughts cracked like dry soil, eager for rain, yearning to absorb the promise that Sarah and the others had begun to embrace. Around him, the congregation seemed joined in a singular heartbeat, a rhythm pulsating with divine energy. Whispers filled the air, layers of prayer, swaddling him, wrapping around his doubts and fears. The flickering flames danced, reflecting their hope, and Nathan felt the weight of eyes upon him, ignited with faith. He squeezed his hands into fists, nails digging into his palms. "What if?" he repeated, the words tumbling from his lips like the last leaves clinging to a tree in autumn. What if there really is something more? A hush fell over the chapel, as if the air itself held its breath. Sarah's gaze locked with Nathan's, her eyes sparkling with encouragement. "Take a step into the light," she invited, her voice gentle and coaxing, like the dawn breaking after a long night. He took one uncertain step, then another, each forward movement releasing a pressure he didn't even know he had been holding. The warmth enveloped him, tightening the grip around his heart, chasing away the shadows that clung so tightly to his spirit. "Michael," he whispered, feeling the strength of the Archangel at his back. The courage began to unfurl his frame, pushing against his fears. "Gabriel, show me truth." The name slipped from his tongue like honey, sweet and rich, deepening the longing already ignited within him. Nathan closed his eyes and inhaled deeply. The collective energy swirled, colors of faith spinning like a tapestry woven of dreams and hopes. Gradually, he began to feel the heartbeat of the chapel seep into him, grounding him in a sensation he had never before encountered, a quiet confidence adjusting the compass of his soul. "I forgive," he murmured, barely above a whisper, but the words crashed like waves against the rocks of his heart. "I forgive the ones who have hurt me, and myself." He felt a sudden release, as if life was flowing unimpeded through him. Sarah stepped closer, her serene presence like a lighthouse guiding lost ships home. "Believe, Nathan, lay down your burden at his feet." Tears brimmed at the edges of his eyes, mingling with the light that now filled him. The gentle breeze returned, swirling through the chapel, carrying away the weight of guilt. A quiet revelation dawned within him, an understanding that emerged like the first light of dawn. Life's burdens could transform into wings of freedom. Suddenly, the chapel erupted in a chorus of voices, rising higher, harmonizing with every moment of realization. "Amen," they proclaimed, the word a seal on their collective faith. Even Nathan found himself swept into the melody, the beauty of their unity resonating with the deepest places of his heart. But then, even amid the rising tide of joy, a sudden stillness settled. Something shifted in the atmosphere, as if the archangels themselves paused, waiting expectantly. Nathan, mouth dry, looked around. The eyes of the congregation now filled with anticipation. What next? What waited on the other side of this faith they were wrestling to embrace? The very air seemed to shimmer with divine expectancy, sparks of energy illuminating the path ahead. As they took a collective breath, Nathan could feel the charge in the atmosphere as he prepared to step into the unknown. What new revelations awaited them? What miracle beckoned? Could there be a grand unfolding awaiting their embrace? Nathan stood on the precipice of a choice, heart pounding like a drum echoing through eternity. The gentle stir of the breeze embraced him, lifting the last remnants of his doubt. In this sacred space, he knew he wasn't alone. The congregation around him pulsed with divine intent, their collective faith acting like a beacon, guiding him closer to the light. "Just listen." Sarah's voice cut through the silence, a soft yet powerful whisper that seemed to vibrate in the very core of his being. The air thickened with energy, each breath feeling heavier, laden with the weight of their prayers. Nathan felt himself being pulled deeper into something greater than himself. What if we opened our hearts, he pondered, the thought catching like a spark in his mind. What if we let go of everything holding us back? The chapel sighed, and in that moment a new wave of inspiration rolled through him. He felt an urge to rise, to join in where the warmth of the divine light beckoned, inviting him to step forward with unbridled courage. He could almost see the archangels surrounding him, arms wide, welcoming him into their fold. Around him, others began to step forward, hearts lifted, eyes bright with hope. Each member of the congregation was making their own journey in faith, reaching for a piece of the divine tapestry interwoven with their lives. Nathan's spirit soared at the sight. Their shared energy felt like a heavenly chorus, a symphony of voices harmonizing with a single purpose. "Open your eyes, Nathan," came a voice from inside his heart, like a soft call echoing in a canyon. "Divine possibilities are within reach, if only you believe." He opened his eyes, his gaze sweeping over the room. Flickering candles reflected both the physical and spiritual light, creating an atmosphere thick with anticipation. It seemed every soul in the chapel was marching towards a shared revelation, a promise that lay just beyond their grasp. "I am ready," he whispered, feeling his spirit ignite with the truth of his words. Suddenly, a luminous figure emerged among them, the light so radiant Nathan squinted. It was Michael, standing tall and glorious, resplendent in ethereal might. "Nathan, the journey you take does not only belong to you. Every step forward is a step for your community, your family, and all who walk this path in hope." Tears spilled down Nathan's cheeks, a catharsis of years of holding back. "How do I embrace it?" he pleaded, feeling the weight of the universe collide with his newfound faith. "By abandoning doubts and embracing love," Michael declared, his voice echoing through the chapel like rolling thunder. "The veil is thin, and the Father beckons his children home. Trust that he is with you, and every step is part of a wondrous design." With every syllable, the air crackled with invigorating energy, fueling Nathan's heart with determination. He felt the bonds of the past shatter, the burdens ebbing away. Joy bubbled inside him, rising as if released from shackles of old. "Amen!" the congregation erupted, voices rising in radiant harmony, filling the chapel with a resonant chorus. But as their voices soared higher, the warmth began to shift again. An urgency filled the air, stretching the anticipation taut. Nathan could feel the presence of other archangels, each heralding a promise of transformation and healing. The very light pulsated, vibrating with the sound of souls eager to receive, to embrace God's revelation. What is this revelation? He wondered, standing on the edge of an extraordinary unfolding. What will we discover when we surrender to His will? The light blazed brighter, illuminating the way forward, toward a path that twisted into the unknown. As Nathan prepared to take the next step, a singular thought crossed his mind. Could he truly trust in this divine journey ahead? What awaited them beyond the light? Would they find the answers they so desperately sought? As the divine light enveloped Nathan, he felt the warmth seep into his very core, melting away any remaining doubts. Each flicker of the candles around him danced like small angels urging him on, each flame carrying whispers of hope, comfort, and strength. With each beat of his heart, Nathan knew this moment, so charged with sacred energy, was calling him to awaken. "Leave behind what weighs you down," Michael's voice resonated, echoing through the stillness like a melodic hymn. "Clarity awaits you in the depths of surrender. Embrace the gifts of the Spirit. It is time to rise." With every soul around him in heart-rending harmony, Nathan's spirit swelled with courageous resolve. He felt the pull of their collective faith lifting him, urging him forward. He stepped out from the shadows of uncertainty and into the luminous embrace of divine possibility. An overwhelming sense of belonging washed over him. Nathan glanced at those gathered, faces illuminated by holy light. Each one was a testament to the resilience of faith, each heart beating in unison. The deep connection was more than just shared belief. It felt like a tapestry of lives woven together by a divine hand. "So together we move forward," someone shouted from the back, voice trembling with fervor. "Together in his love and light." The congregation surged, a wave of bodies moving as one toward the altar, where the energy was thick and sweet, intoxicating in its warmth. Nathan joined them, his heart pounding, but steadied by the wave of love surging around him. "Feel the power of community," Michael cried out. The Spirit flowed like a river, lifting them all, washing over them, cleansing doubts, kindling hope. Imagine the lives waiting to embrace this truth. Nathan's heart swelled with the beauty of it all. "Claim your spiritual inheritance, Nathan," the angel urged, eyes sparkling like the stars above. "The time for transformation has come. Let faith be your guide." In that moment, Nathan could see the faces of those in need, the lonely, the broken, the despairing souls wandering alone. Something inside him surged, a fierce desire to reach them, to share the light flickering brightly within him. He sensed time was fleeting, and the call for healing was urgent. As whispers of the Spirit trailed through the air, visions of countless souls walking toward healing filled Nathan's mind's eye. The love he felt was vast, able to break chains and open hearts. Could it be true? Could just one act of faith, one step toward love and surrender, ignite waves of transformation beyond his immediate reach? "Your freedom begins now," Michael proclaimed, raising his arms high. The congregation erupted, a dynamic chorus of "Amen" ringing through the chapel. Resounding echoes brushed against the walls, filling every corner with purpose. Nathan felt tears of joy stream down his face as the sheer excitement of possibility enveloped him. As the crowd settled, silence reclaimed the air, yet the energy crackled, electric and profound. Each soul stood still, sensing the weighty presence of God among them, leading them into unknown depths. But there lay the mystery. What would it take to uncover him fully? "Are we ready to encounter our divine purpose?" Nathan asked aloud, heart roaring in anticipation. The air hummed with excitement. What lay ahead was uncharted but compelling, calling every believer forth into a new chapter of spiritual awakening. And as he stood there, determination hardened in his gut. Whatever the journey ahead held, Nathan resolved to embrace it fiercely. For within that divine uncertainty, treasures awaited discovery, and perhaps answers ready to be revealed. What awaited them in this sacred venture? Would they grasp the change that danced just beyond their reach? Just as silence hovered over the congregation, a single beam of light broke through the heavy atmosphere, illuminating the altar in a brilliant glow. The effect was transformative. Eyes widened, hearts quickened, and Nathan felt the electric pulse of divine energy surrounding him once more. It was a tangible reminder that something magnificent was at hand. "We gather not just for ourselves," Nathan proclaimed, his voice now steady and full of passion, "but for the world, the lost, the broken, those yearning for healing. Let us be the vessels of this Spirit." With each word, the warmth of the collective energy surged, wrapping around him like a protective embrace, steady and sure. "Let your heart be the beacon that leads others from darkness into light," Michael echoed, his presence hovering like a guardian watching over them. The angel's words rang true. like the sweetest melody played just for them. Nathan felt the stirrings of hope swell throughout the crowd, igniting a fire deep within. He surveyed the faces surrounding him, each one a blend of excitement, anxiety, and unwavering faith. The energy of their shared journey fused them together, like intricate threads in a sacred fabric. And then it happened. One by one, individuals began to step forward, inspired by their longing to transform not just themselves, but the world. Nathan found himself drawn to a young woman named Sarah, her hands trembling, eyes glistening with tears. "No one knows how lost I feel," she confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. Nathan stepped closer, reaching out to her, his own heart pounding with compassion. "You're not alone," he replied, his sincerity clear. "Together we'll find the way home." The truth of every word was laid bare, interwoven with divine grace, and suddenly Nathan felt it again, the unmistakable shift in atmosphere, an invitation penned in love. "Let us weave a tapestry of faith," Nathan proclaimed to all who stood in that sacred space. "Each one of us a vital thread, colorful and unique. Our strength lies in togetherness, a movement of love, of healing, of hope." By now, it was as if the very walls of the chapel pulsed with an unseen rhythm, alive and echoing their words of unity. The chorus of encouragement grew, "Yes, we are the light!" And Nathan felt himself lifted as if on wings of inspiration. "Hold on to this feeling," Michael urged, his voice rising above the harmonious waves. "Let it ripple outwards, let it touch those who are lost. The journey will ask much of you, but remember, you are not alone in this fight." Each statement crystallized as he spoke, turning into a promise that wrapped lovingly around each heart. As Nathan turned to face the altar, an exhilarating vision of what could be sprung forth. He could almost see groups of seekers gathering in dark corners of the city, their faces transforming under the warm glow of hope. A faint murmur, "It's possible," echoed through his mind, igniting his spirit. "Are we willing to embrace this journey?" he called out, now speaking with the fervor of a messenger. "Can we be the archangels to those who dwell in despair?" The air was thick with anticipation as every soul gathered together, anticipating the unfurling of divine purpose. But just as hope sparkled in their midst, an unsettling thought seeped through Nathan's mind. What would it truly cost them to live out this calling? Was it possible that true surrender demanded everything? With that question lingering like incense in the air, Nathan took a deep breath. The next step was inevitable, a leap into the unknown with souls united in faith, ready to embrace whatever powerful transformation awaited them. What lay ahead? Could they face the trials of faith that would forge them into true instruments of God? As Nathan's heart raced, he felt the fragile balance of anticipation and trepidation intertwining. Truth was lingering just on the horizon, waiting to be unveiled. As the vibrant energy of the congregation swelled, a hush fell once more. Nathan felt a profound weight resting on his shoulders, but this time it was coupled with clarity. The room was more than just a chapel. It had become a battleground of faith, a sacred ground where disbelief shook and crumbled. "Breathe in and let it out," he encouraged, moving with gentle authority among the rising souls. Each breath synchronized like a heartbeat, a living testament to their collective yearning. Together, they were not just gathering, they were forging a path into the unknown. Little by little, the trembling hearts began to settle, and Nathan turned to Sarah once more, her eyes now reflecting the light that radiated from within. "What if this feeling we have, what if it's a call?" he asked, inviting her to ponder. "What do you mean?" she replied, her brow furrowed with curiosity. "If we're feeling this surge, what if it's an invitation to reach higher?" Nathan's voice took on a melodic quality, an undeniable urgency beneath his words. What if the struggles we face are part of the divine story being woven through us? A gentle murmur swept through the crowd, a ripple of wonder fueling newfound courage. Each person was grasping the idea that perhaps, just perhaps, their trials served a greater purpose. Michael, witnessing this shift, stepped forward. "You are being prepared, molded like clay," he intoned. "When the storms arrive, and they will, you will stand grounded. Your faith will be the firm foundation." With each statement that Michael made, the atmosphere thickened with potential. Nathan could feel the weight of destiny pressing close. Each heartbeat echoed the promise that the journey ahead, however daunting, was saturated with divine support. Suddenly, an elderly man rose from the back, his voice trembling but clear. "I've lost so much over the years. Is there truly hope for me?" His question hung heavy in the air, revealing the vulnerability beneath the collective faith. "Hope is not just an abstract idea," Nathan replied, stepping closer. "Hope is a living promise. When one of us struggles, we all struggle. And when one finds healing, we all rejoice. Your journey matters to this community." At this, a wave of acknowledgement passed through, a collective breath of revelation that filled the room with warmth. Nathan saw resolve forming in eyes that had once held despair. "Look around," he said, gesturing to the gathered souls. "You are never alone. This is what we are called to be, a source of strength for one another, a living embodiment of love." A harmonious chorus of "Amen" swept through the room, weaving through the strands of faith that bound them together. But as the echoes faded, Nathan felt a subtle shift in the atmosphere. Doubt lingered yet again in his heart. Was it truly enough to rally the fragmented souls? What about those who resist? He mused aloud, hoping to turn inward for strength. What will we do for those who turn away from healing? The heavy silence that followed signaled the weightiness of the question, and Nathan's heart pounded. He felt the congregation's collective spirit searching for answers within. In that moment, he realized their journey was not only about the faithful, but also about those outside.
Their circle, those seeking, but unwilling to step into the light. You must be willing to reach across the chasms of fear, to touch the hearts that feel unworthy, Michael asserted. True love calls you to rise, breaking down walls. Nathan felt the truth of those words settle within him, igniting a flame of determination. "Will you take this challenge with me?" he asked the crowd, eyes sparkling with zeal. "Will we become those who search for the lost, those who point to the way home?" People began to nod, their faces lit with conviction. Yet Nathan's mind whirled. What would be required to truly become light in a world so shadowed? The answers lingered, elusive and potent. As Nathan breathed deeply, he felt hope intertwining with the haunting echo of doubt. With hearts united, they stood on the precipice of transformation, ready to confront whatever lay ahead. What divine revelations would unfold as they moved forward? Would their journey truly deliver them and the world from the clutches of darkness? As Nathan stood before the pulsating congregation, a profound stillness washed over him. It was as if time paused and he was cocooned within a sacred moment. He could feel the collective heartbeat, a rhythm of faith, hope, and love resonating through every corner of the room. Every face before him shone with a reflection of shared purpose, a communion of souls eager to break free from the burdens they carried. But even amidst this radiant atmosphere, Nathan's spirit wrestled. How can we reach the unreachable? He pondered, his gaze drifting over to a group at the back. He noticed some faces turned away or hidden behind hands clasped tightly, as if shielding themselves from the warmth of hope that enveloped them. He felt a pull, a divine nudge urging him to extend his heart outward, to embrace even those who felt unworthy or lost. "Can I share something?" he asked, his voice steady yet tremulous with a deep inner conviction. The congregation hushed, each heart locking on to his words like soft petals gathering dew. Sometimes the weight of despair is heavy enough to anchor us in darkness. But I believe, he paused, letting the weight of his words sink in, that it is possible to learn how to shine even in the depths of hopelessness. The room stirred with anticipation, eyes widening. Nathan continued, "Every one of us has tasted shadows, loss, loneliness, regret. But our trials do not define us. They refine us. They prepare us for the fullness of joy that awaits." Whispers of amen floated across the space, mingling like a gentle breeze. He smiled, knowing the power of collective belief could trespass even the most formidable barriers. Inspired, Nathan turned to Sarah and Michael. "What do you think enables someone to open their heart to healing? Is it merely belief, or is it something deeper?" Michael's brow furrowed in thought. "Perhaps it's the act of vulnerability, of laying bare our scars and allowing others to witness our journey. When we do, we illuminate pathways for others. We create bridges where walls once stood." "Yes!" Nathan exclaimed, his heart igniting. "Being vulnerable strips away pretense. It shows the world that our wounds do not deter us from being vessels of light. Let's courageously share our stories. Let us weave our testimonies into a fabric of hope." Something shifted, a wave of energy coursing through the sanctuary. People whispered, sharing snippets of their lives, the fragile, tender pieces they often kept hidden. Nathan felt the profound strength of their confessions, as if together they were planting seeds of awakening. Suddenly, a young woman rose, her voice trembling yet steadfast. "I've spent years running from my past, fearful of judgment. Can I really be part of this healing journey?" Nathan stepped toward her, warmth flooding his heart. "Yes, your journey matters. Each step you take toward honesty is a step toward freedom for you and for those who need to hear you. We're all on this road together." Together, the word resonated and echoed through the congregation, each soul nodding, affirming a deep connection, an unbreakable bond. They were united in a quest for wholeness. As the service continued, Nathan felt the divine presence surrounding them, a holy embrace that cast light into their intent and devotion. Doubts began to dissolve, like shadows chased away by the dawning sun. Together they prayed, each heart opening like flowers stretching towards the sky. Yet as the light enveloped them, Nathan felt an undercurrent of question gnawing at him. What about those caught in chains of bitterness? How can we reach them? The haunting refrain echoed, reverberating in the silence of his prayer. Little did he know, the coming days would unveil traces of heavenly intervention, a divine orchestration leading them toward a greater truth. As they gathered in unity, ready to embrace the challenge of their shared calling, Nathan sensed the air crackling with possibility. What miraculous stirs of faith awaited them just beyond the horizon? Would they discover the divine power needed to elevate even the most broken souls? As dawn broke on the 40th day, the village of St. Marlow was awash with golden light, as if the heavens themselves celebrated the journey undertaken by Sarah and her community. Nathan stood at the chapel's entrance, absorbing the beauty of the moment. He recalled the struggles, the doubts, the miraculous encounters, all leading to this day, a day where they would come together one last time to manifest the spiritual truths that had ignited their souls. Inside the chapel, villagers gathered, their faces radiating a blend of anticipation and wonder. It felt electric, vibrant with the unmistakable pulse of faith. Sarah stood with Michael and Raphael, glimmers of divine light sparkling in their eyes. Together, they had transformed the air around them. It was thick with purpose, infused with love, faith, and a resolute intention to shine their light into the world. Today, Nathan declared, his voice steady and filled with warmth, We embrace the gifts we've awakened within our hearts. Today, we will act as conduits of hope. He felt an overwhelming rush of bravery, driven by the countless prayers that had surrounded him these past weeks. The consistency of faith among them all was undeniable. Their single collective heartbeat sang harmoniously, creating a powerful unity. As Nathan led them into prayer, the atmosphere thickened, shimmering with an energy they had all come to recognize as the Archangels' presence. "Michael, protect us," he called out. "Gabriel, guide our words. Raphael, heal those we reach." Each invocation expanded the sacred space, overflowing with divine light, bursting through the stained glass windows, casting iridescent shades across the congregation. But a transformative revelation had taken root in Nathan's heart. This wasn't merely about personal healing anymore. It was about their community, that they could embody the Archangel's teachings as carriers of light into the world. "We must step beyond these walls," he urged the congregation. "Let us share the miracles we have experienced. Let us unleash hope and transformation upon the weary souls beyond this chapel." The seats shifted as heads turned in contemplation. It was a deeply sacred moment, an invitation to take their journey beyond the familiar confines where they'd first felt the sparks of faith ignite. Some faces, still etched with skepticism, began to soften, reflecting thoughts of possibility. Sarah rose, her presence radiant with conviction. "The Archangels have helped us to understand that each act of kindness and love is a stepping stone toward healing for ourselves and others. Michael protects, Raphael heals, Uriel illuminates our path. Let us reflect these qualities." As she spoke, tears brimmed in Nathan's eyes. He looked around and saw the faces of those he had doubted would ever accept or understand. But now they were becoming the chorus of believers, the hands that would help pull each other from darkness to light. "Together, let us heal the village," Nathan called out to them, his heart echoing with their collective belief. "Reach out to those who need healing, be the light in their darkness." That was all it took. The room broke into a flurry of energy and movement. Villagers began to rise, stepping towards the door, a gesture that signified intention and action. In the days that followed, meetings sprouted throughout St. Marlow. From the tavern to the marketplace, there were whispers of the miracles they had experienced, a web of connections blossoming into vibrant gatherings focused on faith. Nathan, Sarah, and Michael led motley crews to engage with neighbors, one-on-one conversations that spread warmth and encouragement in every corner. Yet, Nathan remembered Nathan's old skepticism. Nathan remembered Nathan's battles against the truth that long lay dormant within him. He returned to Nathan frequently, clarifying his experience in ever clearer terms of understanding. One afternoon, as they walked together through the village, Nathan finally seized the opportunity. "Nathan," he said, gently, turning to look him in the eye, "what if you allowed yourself to trust? What if you opened your heart just a fraction?" The grip of uncertainty flickered momentarily across Nathan's face, chased by something new, curiosity. I don't know, Nathan," he replied, voice trembling. "What if I'm wrong? Then let us walk it together. There's safety in this community. It's not just your journey, it's ours." And with that simple invitation, Nathan found the strength he'd yearned for, the strength to embrace vulnerability, reclaiming the light he'd once forsaken. The doubts didn't vanish immediately. They ebbed slowly, like the tide retreating from the shore. Yet each moment forward became an act woven with faith. As their small cohort gathered in prayer every week, Nathan saw change unfold, not just in Nathan, but also in those around him. They witnessed hearts transforming lap by lap. They filled the air with laughter, gratitude, and compassion, gathering strength from the very essence of community, stitched together by divine love. As the weeks turned into months, they would venture out together, invite neighbors in for dinner,
host spiritual discussions, and hope classes that flourished into the hearts of all involved. Nathan marveled at the beauty within it all. What began as darkness fractured into a kaleidoscope of colors and joy. Each time they invoked the Archangels, Nathan felt their unyielding presence, urging him onward, reminding him of the purpose behind their sacred undertaking. On a starlit night, as they stood outside the chapel, gazing up at the vastness, Nathan whispered a prayer of gratitude. "Thank you, Father," he breathed, filling his heart to the brim, "for leading us home." And the world felt different. There was a certainty that connected them, a sense of belonging woven through the fabric of their shared experiences. They were no longer just innocent villagers seeking the divine. They were now beacons illuminating paths for others, championing the vulnerabilities of life, and guiding the weary souls longing for solace. So the village of St. Marlow transformed, a tapestry of faith enlightening their corners, as Nathan led the charge, lighting up trails leading to the divine revelation of hope, healing, and grace. Their journey had just begun, each day propelling them closer to manifesting heaven's light in the world, forever embracing the eternal truth that, indeed, they were called to illuminate the lives around them. Now is your chance to step into this journey. Subscribe immediately to the channel to not miss the next exclusive faith stories. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm. Comment your reactions and testimonies about the ending. Share instantly this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this manifestation. You need to subscribe now. This is the moment to show your support. Don't wait even one more second to share. Only true servants of God understand the importance of supporting the channel through these actions.